Today we're talking about the Egyptian god Sobek. He's the crocodile-headed god. He controlled the waters. He also had a role that was to protect the pharaohs from evil, but it differs with each pharaoh. His connection with the Nile River made him an important figure to the Egyptian culture, as he was believed to protect the people from its dangers and also provide prosperity with their crops. He was believed to be responsible for maintaining order and to have a close relationship with the pharaoh. He was also considered to be the army's patron because of his ferocity in battle. Sobek was among the oldest deities named in the pyramid texts, the texts inscribed on the walls of tombs. He was the lord of the crocodiles and was depicted with a crocodile head very often. He was known by his strength and fierce demeanor, which made him a symbol of protection and power. Some Egyptians sects believed that Sobek created order in the universe and the world when he arose from the dark water. That was the creator of the Nile River. He was often associated with fertility as well. Sobek was revered for his ferocity and quick movements. However, he was an unpredictable deity, as were his crocodile counterparts. He was also sometimes associated with chaos, like Set was, who was his father. Many temples and shrines were dedicated to Sobek, and his worship was widespread, especially starting in the Middle Kingdom, is when his religion really took off. The people of ancient Egypt worshipped Sobek in order to appease both him and the crocodiles in general, but also to ensure the fertility of the people and the crops. In many temples, they were rather huge to accommodate the many crocodiles that resided inside the temples. And these crocodiles were spoiled and pampered as if they were the god himself, which the Egyptians believed that the real-life animal counterparts were the living embodiment of the gods. So it would make sense that they would have these creatures in every temple. So like Horus would have the falcons, and the hawks would be in Ra's, and jackals would be in the temples of Anubis, and anteaters would be for Set. Yes, Set was a anteater. Whether you can see it or not, in some pictures you can see it. Going back to Mr. Sobek here. These crocodiles would be so spoiled they would be adorned in jewels. They would have jewels all over their bodies. They would be given oil baths and plenty of food to eat. And then many mummified crocodiles of all ages and sizes have been found in Egyptian tombs of pharaohs and just tombs themselves. Sobek had a long history of working closely with other gods. Sobek was associated with both Set, his father, and Horus, who he helped birth. He was also closely associated with Ra, the sun god, who was considered to be a vital force in Egyptian mythology. Sobek had another close bond with another god, Anubis, which this one I did not know. Sobek and Anubis were two of the most important deities in Egyptian mythology, and it was believed that he had a brotherly relationship with Anubis and often worked together to protect the people against the dangers of the Nile. And because he was associated with fertility, Sobek was also connected to the goddess Tawaret, the hippo goddess, who was associated with the protection of women and childbirth.